Although this is a game called Penumbra Overture, and it's what I'm about to show you today. This video game in particular. I'm gonna wait for the music to come on because it's... Nope, the music has finished playing, okay. Normal mode. My story began in February year 2000.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it, so when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Finally, we're almost docked. I'd better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are I can still pick up things using left mouse. Yeah. This fog closed in on us almost as soon as we left port. Haven't seen any landmarks for ages now. I don't know how they're managing to navigate. I'd be as good as lost at sea if I was on my own. Not a thought worth thinking. A good scientist always keeps a pen and paper handy, just in case. I'm certain this map's a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change much in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea of where I'm heading. Dearest Eric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me alone once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still only have one bed on board. Taking shifts because of it is no way to get your rest. But what does a fisherman's wife know of life at sea? I'll be praying every night for you to make the catch you need, so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've washed those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing they've had a wash. Before I forget, the Henry sons in the village have asked me to see if you'll be coming by any trout, but I said that they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care, my love. That should be everything I need. I want to get going before dark. As I stepped off the boat, setting it out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoid I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities soon after, and knew hypothermia was setting in. I started looking for shelter. So cold, don't know where I am. Need shelter soon. Okay. My entire head went numb for a long time ago, but I can still hear the wind roaring past. Okay. I don't care, I need shelter, looks frozen shut, need something to break it. Oh. I've jotted down a note, just in case. Can't get in, nice. I click and hold the interactive mode. The record's made me weak, but I can still throw things using these. Whispering. Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived. Although, looking around, maybe I didn't. What is this place? I should have known that rusty old ladder wouldn't hold my weight, but I didn't have any choice. I'd rather die down here than suffer that cold any longer. Empty boxes of ammunition? What is this place? Actually, I'm just gonna go do something first. Yep, now that I've turned my lights off, it's easier to see the screen. Let's see, I can swing this hammer, yeah. Yeah. Little shelf. This hole's been boarded up a long time ago. The wood looks pretty soft now. This looks like some kind of industrial mechanism, although there's a hole in the center, no way to operate it. This hatch is seriously solid. It won't open up by hand. Someone obviously wanted to keep people out or in. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by two solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness, and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is a network of safety nets. Emergency services at the end of a phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there if something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a oozing ring of older kids, knowing anyone that might help me. Friends, parents, teachers were too scared or too far away. The entrance to the cave has caved in. There must be another way out. There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defenses now. If anyone, I'd best be outside until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching by pressing left control. Just hide in the shadows. No, I've got Bluetooth my vision plus. I should be quiet enough that I won't be heard or something's around top of me. Better remember to shut off any light sources. So hide for course. Perfectly still, that I mean properly hidden. That I'll be virtually invisible, and after some time I should get my night vision back, provided I stay still. This place must be old if they were still using paraffin lamps. Looks like there's still some juice left. Workshop. Office. Light, I miss being outside already. This place is starting to get to me. But even if I could reach that grate, it looks built into the rock itself. No way it's coming loose. Rotting wooden shelves. Must be the added moisture from that grate. This whole room is putrefying. So much history in this place, tied up in words and left to decompose. Fifteenth of August 1945. Command Bunker Emergency Airstrip of Zulu. Weekly report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received, standard emergency drills carried out, routine runway maintenance completed. I have ordered maintenance be carried out twice weekly from here on in, due to increased snowfall. 1 wounded. The one wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. 2 of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in our workplace/armory and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. I take partial responsibility for this, in that I allowed them access to the demolitions manual we keep in the storeroom, and I'm sure that's where they learnt the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I have now locked up that manual in the chest in my office, and will keep the key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for him to stay out here, but the matter is out of my hands. This base is so disconnected. Sometimes I feel as if this war could end, and we might not even hear about it out there. Supplies requestion and order. Dynamite for excavation purposes. 7 bayonets. Not necessary in my opinion, but procedure states we should have a full complement. Yeah. 1 industrial ice pick for removing the damn ice that forms on the external hatch. 1 pair of reading glasses, category 7C. An order for myself. My glasses are in rather a poor state of repair and could do with replacing. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. 1 point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth, and discovered by one of the work teams. Later this evening, after martial duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like the front cover and see if I can discover the source of the light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Mayer. Copenhagen Post, Monday, 17th August 1930. Psychotropic deposits at the bottom of quote-unquote death mine. Researchers at the University of Copenhagen have suggested that mind-altering chemicals naturally sown into the rock may be the cause of high suicide rates at a Greenland mine. The university, which has recently been conducting studies into isolated communities, first became interested in the workers of the northwestern lead mine last year. They discovered that even taking into account Greenland's naturally higher suicide rate, local figures for the last 100 years were abnormally high, at 46 deaths per 100,000 populace, compared to the natural average of 29. On further investigation, experts diagnosed in many of the miners symptoms in common with the earlier stages of paranoid schizophrenia. This has prompted researchers to hypothesize that natural deposits of lysergic acid, a pH-4 formula recently discovered to have hallucinogenic properties, may be present in the rocks. Few locals were something to interview, but those who agreed to speak had their own explanation. Invit spirits known as the something live in the mountains. The university is awaiting the results of chemical testing. Studies continue. A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before. Still I know, this man before me is Howard. I call him Father. What the hell? What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. Anything else? I may never get used to that. It's locked, I need a key egg. Painkillers. Big Book of Explosives, 1923 edition. Chapter 1.3, Black Match Fuse. The black match fuse is one of the oldest, simplest and most reliable fuses used in modern pyrotechnics. It is easy to create, essentially consisting of just string and gunpowder. But be warned, the chemicals concerned will stain clothing, and as always, due concern is advised. Materials required: string, preferably cotton, black gunpowder, Baxtrin. The string should be coated with a thin layer of Baxtrin, which acts as an adhesive. The string is then carefully rolled in the gunpowder and left to dry at least a couple of minutes before use. I'll look at that later. You can always go back and look at any of these notes. Baxtrin. Okay, that's definitely will come in handy. God, is someone... Oh, there's a dog. Jesus, I've never been this scared in my life. I can feel my heart racing. If anything gets within more than a few feet of my hiding spot, I'd better not stare it out. Anything within my field of vision might panic me and then I'm in a... Okay, so don't look at the dog. Gotta wait for the night vision to kick in. If this lighter wasn't empty, it'd be a handy thing to have. It's a crude representation of a scorched, writhing spider. The work of either a child or a deranged mind. Locked from the other side. That does mean there's someone still in... That there's... Yeah. I can hear chattering, thank God. It was different, but the same. that time. Like, I had more control. But over what? It looks as if this basement caved in some years ago. Something tunneled through here more recently though. Christ, what sort of creature could make makes these markings? Could blister flesh from bone in an instant. I know, I've seen it happen. A horrible sight. Luckily it's mummified, or else the smell would have been awful. Some sort of diary entries. Day 1. I begin this record, still in the hope that the... Alrighty. Gonna take this back to the ladder. Looks like someone's removed the ladder from these hooks with a pretty blunt sword. What was the point of me going down there in the first place? Okay, gotta quickly go through it. Oh, shoot. I guess I just didn't go through the thing fast enough. Wait a minute. Hold on. I forgot to read something else. Scientific Findings 1. Gotta read that first. I begin this record, still in the hope that the great work we have undertaken here might one day be of scientific value. Despite the chaos which has ensued in the 6 hours previous, my arm is to remain insecure until what help there may be arrives. And to that end I have barricaded myself into a small workshop area in the abandoned part of the mine. I hope that the Maugri food rations here will keep me alive, and that those I hide from will not jeopardize that. Perhaps this mine really is cursed. It's almost precisely 30 years since the incident that brought us here. And now, 30 years on, fate has struck again. Day 3. I forecasted that today the rescue crews would arrive, but I can only hypothesize that they would be unaware of my location, and hence busy themselves evacuating the other survivors. If they have not arrived by tomorrow, I will go out in search of them. Day 6. My first mistake was to make assumptions on the matter of rescue. My second mistake was to make assumptions on the safety of this mine. My third mistake was to act on both of those assumptions in going outside of my safe haven. My best estimate is that I left the workshop where I was secured about 2 days ago in search of aid, and I've found only danger. I approached the old living quarters, but curiously could find no sign of life whatsoever. You can pause the video if you want to read this. I'm gonna... pause to read it. I'm not gonna read all that. My early assumptions on the benign nature of my cellmates may have been made an error. After a careful autopsy, I am concerned that there may be a small volume of natural chemicals stored in the stomach which, if ingested regularly over a period of time... So basically, in summary, he's eating the spiders and going insane, I think. I don't know. If it weren't for the size of the pieces, I would say that it looks like eggshells. Just smack it wide open. Would a lot of hold on. What? Have to time it so well. I think someone's been dragged through here. I've never seen this much blood before. That was my best chance to get some answers. It has been some time since I recorded any findings in relation to the spiders with whom I have shared my existence for the past 8 months, partly due to my enforced retreat from their basement territory. Not too long ago, their behavior became overtly aggressive, and so I have attempted to barricade the main entrance to their lair. and secured myself within one of the smaller rooms above it. Glue-like substance forming on my tongue, and was forced to accept that it had become infected through constant toxin ingestion. The largest spider I have ever seen, with its gut carved out. You can use the beef jerky to distract the dogs. This hole isn't large enough for a man. Not that I'd go anywhere near it, even if it was. What borrowed out this tunnel? Okay. Quick. I don't know what this is in these bags, mornings. What? I don't know what I can block it with. I don't know what. Oh, I should. Is it blocking the door? I cannot see it. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, man. Um, okay. I don't know why this part is so scary, like, every single time. The dog can come over here, which is sort of evident by the boxes that you can use as a hiding spot, so... I don't know, but I don't know about, the shafts caved in here could have happened years ago. I shouldn't be risking my life like this. The whole facility could come down around me still. If I want to press on, I'll have to clear this obstruction somehow. There must be something left here I could use. Maybe there's still some industrial explosives lying around. This is kind of... There's another game this game studio made. The game studio is called Frictional Games. They have another game that's way more popular than this, but I feel like out of all the horror games I've played, the idea of a dog chasing you and trying to find where you are is the one that scares me the most. Like, it's like this is the one horror game that scared me, I think, the most. Like, I don't know why. Anyway, they had another game called Amnesia: The Dark Descent. But this one's always scared me more. It's locked. I probably need to use the panel to input a code. Oh, okay. There's actually place and definitely never the rest of the mine. Oh, I didn't notice this here before. I love my workshop. It is it is a great hunting ground to let others gorge their faces. 1. Cannot help but feel for those without such delicate, mousy morsels on which to munch. For red, 8 ravenously of their flesh today, and shall continue to do so. This is possible thanks solely to the button pad I installed on the door, and yet Red's mind is working somewhat backwards today. Okay, hold on. You see those numbers that are capitalized? You have to do a little thing. You have to do a little thing. I'm just writing something down. Okay. Yes. The code for the keypad is 88412. Just a little further now and we should find it. Okay, is it? Hey, maybe I could use some of this string to make a fuse. It looks... Okay. That's closer to setting off those explosives without losing any vital body parts. Okay, so we got the backstring, we've got this cotton string, and we're just missing the... black gunpowder. This is a video on how to make an explosive, kids. It's... These look like they've seen some use in their time. Can't have been much fun working down here. In fact, it must have been pretty god-awful. It's a spear wheel. Looks ancient. It's so old, I don't even know what it could have been used for. All the things that you'll need to be successful as a carpenter. It could just be a piece of ice reflecting the light, or more likely my imagination. But something's definitely catching my eye under those rocks. Pickaxe. Pickaxe for swinging at enemies. These must be tied into what's going on here. If I keep experimenting, I may discover something useful, or have a heart attack. Worn and torn, yet the edges is sharp to the touch. God, more spider webs? I hope that hole was there before the spiders, and not the other way around. This place is in a serious state. Did that railing come off through disrepair, or was it ripped off? An electric fence, and it's been put up recently? I'd better find a way to get over it. Hold on, I just circled. Oh, I know. Have to do a little bit of have a little bit of ingenuity to get over it. Explosives. Ah, this is more like it. Locked down. How am I going to get in there now? The door does look very weak. I think I might have found the explosive storage, in which case I need to somehow break down the locked door. Wait a minute. I remember a video showing you how to do this. Yep, that's... Literally just brute force. Perfect a gunpowder keg. There's only a small hole at the top though. Not big enough to reach in. Dry gunpowder, that's what I need. Dynamite. Painkillers. Oh, I know. Wait. Wait. Yeah, of course, that's what it said in the manual. It said to coat the string in backstring first, yes. It's soaked in backstring, yeah. So, soaked gunpowder string in the gunpowder. Now you put the fuse... No, actually, what was I thinking? Fuse in the slot there. If you don't know why we're making an explosive, it's to blow up a certain part of the mine. Yeah. Okay. Just... Me flashing my flashlight probably wasn't a good idea. Okay. So I think I know what you have to do now. It's not really pretty. It's not pretty. I can tell you that much. But oh, thank God the dog was over there. It's like explosive TNT you need to get a hold of. It's like a barrel. A barrel. And you need to use the fuse. Which makes sense because, of course, the definition of a fuse is something you use to light another thing. But to activate another thing. I don't know why I thought otherwise, but don't do what I just did then. That was quite risky, I think, going past the dog like that. Okay. I'm just curious, can we... Yeah, I'm not sure what I was thinking. Just kind of vaguely remembered something. Where's the dog? This is really nerve-wracking. Maybe I should do something. No, don't come over here, don't come over here. Oh, there's TNT here, and I need to... transport this over to the other section of the mine without the dog seeing me. Of course a game like this would do this to me. I mean, of course. What did I expect? Oh. Not a good enough spot. Okay. I know what I'm gonna do. Why can I not? No, what's going on? No. Oh. Move. I accidentally threw a beef jerky in front of me, so now the dog is going to go there instead. You probably might not be able to see a lot of this because of how. Okay. Being used for mining. Okay. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna run away from it so it cannot explode me. Wait a minute. Something's not right. I need to light it. Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna... Okay. Oh, it wasn't... It was empty. Okay. Alrighty, I need to be seriously careful. Run. Oh boy. Quick. There's now an opening. When I look back, I can't think what spurred me to go deeper into the mine. Perhaps it was arrogance at still being alive, or something as ridiculous as facing adversity and coming out on top. Now, I know I would have been better off starving or being mauled to death than kick-starting the chain of events that led me to end up here, writing to you. I just hope, once you understand my story, you'll have what's necessary to put an end to this tale. I certainly didn't. Okay, so we've crawled through the hole in the mine. Yeah, I fell through that hole right there. Need to see what's in front of me, use the torch. We can use these as hiding spots now. And I mean, I know that's gotta scare some people, right? The idea that you're gonna have to hide in these things. Down here so alien compared to the way sound travels on the surface. That rock for there's some dogs here as well. It may be kind of strange. It's kind of strange how there's just dogs hanging out in these mines. But, there's an explanation for that. Oh, and I haven't told you yet, they're actually zombie dogs. From the look of the thing, I'd guess this is the control panel for that generator. There's a battery symbol on the side, but it's wielded tight shut. If they had some kind of machine for opening these, it's not here anymore. How many accidents they had before this was put up? I shudder to think. Okay. Pretty loud. Go with that. The starter motors on these old generators ran on batteries, like the one that should be here. That's actually a puzzle. It feels as if I'm leaving my body for just a moment, but not just hovering around. It's like I go someplace. What are these things? Steelberg generator type 7G. Congratulations on your purchase. Okay. Ensure the area surrounding the G is clear of equipment and personnel in case of overheating. I'll check that out. Some kind of protective screen maybe? I wonder what it protected them from. This thing's huge. It must be about 3.5 megawatts, but it's pretty old. Certainly enough to light a few bulbs though. So this thing is responsible for lighting the whole place up, pretty much. Yeah. Just showcasing it off. There, blind experiment. Yeah. Main generator won't run without its armor being powered. Secondary followed by turning on appropriate valve. Turn on cooling system to avoid overheating. Release excess steam until pressure is within safe. Yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, battery in. Startup motor functional. We should be set. These look like industrial fuses. Okay. Okay. Confirm secondary flow by turning appropriate valve. Is this it? Turn on cooling system to avoid overheating. Yeah. It's definitely a loss for this one. I mean, it could be hydraulics at any rate. It's some sort of fluid control for water. This one. I like that the main characters also a bit confused like me. I like that. 6 extreme until pressures. So if this is the hydraulics, then therefore this one. Again, grease for drawing leakage is minimal. This one. And then this one. Did I? At this generator's age, it's a wonder it sparks at all. There's probably just... Okay. Okay. Something's gone wrong with the starter motor. Need to get that fixed. Fuse. Putting the blown fuse back in. Yeah, of course. It wouldn't. Yeah. So. Need to go back out there and find another one from what I think I can remember. Also, I feel like you guys have a hard time seeing the screen, so I'm just gonna turn this up a notch so you don't have such a hard time with that. Because I know YouTube, if you're in a well-lit room, you won't be able to see it like I can, so just so you can maybe see it a little better. It says 50 amp fuses. The box is empty. Still, the contents can't be far away. Okay. Nice. Fuse. Some beef jerky to scare the dogs away. Emergency procedures. In the event of an emergency, all mine workers ask. Ensure the stability of surrounding environment and by gently tapping and feeling the rock to feel certain that there is no risk of rock slide. Check to see if you have any form of communications device at hand. Attempt to send a distress signal using this code sheet. Should such a device be unavailable or damaged, begin firmly tapping at a message on the wall of the cave. Rescue crews will hear you and arrive promptly to dig you out. Morse reference. Okay. Room. There's actually a little puzzle you have to solve in this game. This game has a lot of puzzles I dread, by the way. Like, I just know, okay, it's this puzzle again. The one that I... Because that Morse code one is, something you have to figure out. Boys, I'd come have a word with you myself, but I've got more important things to do than piss about making sure you're all doing your jobs properly. Now, I know there's a certain amount of camaraderie between you lot. Playing pranks and jokes on each other comes with the territory, and that's fine. So long as you don't add me to your list. God knows, you need something. Yeah. Comms equipment can't be within signal range. That noise, for some reason, I really don't like it. I've got to get a grip. These spare radio parts don't look spare at all. They almost look like they've been put here recently. So, yeah. That beeping coming from the speakers, maybe there's someone out there after all. Probably did a better job of it as well. From the look of it, this mine was built sometime after the section I've just come from. They must have just forgotten about all the old equipment back there when they built this place. Just gonna make a run for it. Oh no, this isn't. Just made a run for it. We should finally be ready now. Provided this fuse holds on, that is. Okay. I think it is. No. It's generator mode. Becoming appropriate valve. Now, just a second. Believe it would be... No. I don't think so. But it sure as hell won't let me go back, so... the air down here is getting to me, or I haven't read those instructions. Okay, one more try. I might just... secondary flow. Is this the cooling system? Grease flow. Maybe it's this. And then this. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay. And the lights are on. The lights are all turned on. So we don't need a torch or a glow stick anymore. The lights in this place are fully on. It's you'll notice it's a lot more fancy than the other mine where we were in. It's a lot what's the word? Versificated than the one before. Oh, that's where it came. Now, did it save my thing? So there's actually a dog on the other side of that thing, but like...
Good day. Good day, can you hear me?
Oh. Someone's
Well,
calling.
I hope that your ears are working better than your tongue, so that you might use them to listen to my words. You have turned on the light at the end, beginning and middle of the tunnel. but some things remain shrouded in darkness. My Morrissey message I hope has helped, but what you need now is to the wall hole to the right of the fence. Oh, go now. There is no time to explain. Well, in fact, time is one of the few things we have in abundance down here. What surprises I've spoiled by such catty curiosity.
What the hell is going on? This radio is useless. What was that? Wait. Beyond the fence to the right, there should be a hole, perhaps next. Further into the access to the mine proper out of working hours. Something like that won't open without power. There's just a dog at the other end of that. Can't get to me though because I'm on the other side. I'm gonna have to find a place where the game will save. Okay, gonna stop the recording here.